Hello and welcome to a very special program. As we approach Women's Day, an occasion to champion the cause of women in India, it's time to honor some of the bravest, the gutsiest and most capable women officers of the Indian Army. For years, it's been a struggle for women to rise in the armed forces. Despite what they sought, they were restricted to short service commission. But after landmark judgments in the Supreme Court, the road has been paved for women to rise to the highest ranks in the Army, the Air Force and the Navy. Substantive roles that require skill, leadership and courage. On this very special program, I'll be joined by 5 Indian Army officers from across the world. Captain Diksha is a Special Forces medic. She is joining us from Uttarakhand. Major Bhavna Syal is a signals officer in eastern Ladakh. Captain Shiva Chohan is an engineer, the first Indian woman officer deployed at a forward post in Siachen. She joins us from the Siachen Glacier. Major Abhilasha Barak is a combat aviator flying the Dhruv advanced light helicopter in Kashmir. And Major Ruchi is a commander of the female engagement team in Congo. That's where India has been fighting for peace in the Democratic Republic of Congo, one of the most war-struck areas anywhere in the world. Well, joining us now, Major Abhilasha Barak. She's a pilot who flies the advanced light helicopter Dhruv. She's a combat aviator based in Kashmir. Thanks very much, Major, for being with us. Did you always dream about being a pilot?
Thank you so much for having me. Oh, there was no doubt. I always thought, why walk when you can run, and why run when you can fly? From a very young age, I always was, intrigued about aviation and Indian Air Force and Army aviation. So it came naturally that I wanted to don the uniform, and of course, I wanted to be a part of Army aviation in specific.
It did come as a bit of a surprise, though, when you actually got that opportunity. Initially, you were with air traffic control, but you still harbored that dream, and then you got that opportunity, right?
It did not come as a surprise because when I was training in Officers Training Academy in 2018, Indian Air Force allowed 3 women fighter pilots to get their wings. So I knew somewhere down that it will eventually happen for Navy and Indian Army as well. So after completing my training and being posted to Nasik, Combat Army Aviation Training School, I used to see the helicopters, UAVs across the runway every day. So anytime wherever there was a conference with our track commander or any other, video conference or where our opinion was taken, I was always saying that women should be allowed as an aviator. Soon it fell onto the right ears, and I'm thankful to DG Army Aviation that soon in 2020, they started allowing women officers to join as an aviator. So I filled the application in 2020 and thereafter completed the training in the next year.
And Major, there's a family history of yours in the Army, right?
Yes, my father is a retired colonel. He was an infantryman, and my brother is in Corps of Signals.
So you've got the Army quite covered, infantry, aviation and signals as well. So that's quite interesting. So that really sort of the armed forces really run in your family's blood. But tell us a little bit about the Dhruv helicopter. The Dhruv has been updated and upgraded over a period of time. It has a fantastic cockpit and it performs a huge role in Kashmir where you're deployed.
It is one state-of-art, indigenous equipment. And in the area of counterinsurgency and counterterrorism operations, where, we get a call of duty, a call for casualty evacuation or medical evacuation. You have to insert para-SF troops at any given moment of the day because there might be an avalanche. People may be stuck somewhere. You have to provide humanitarian assistance to civil population. And Dhruv, being a utility helicopter, does its job exceptionally.
Could you, Major, tell us a little bit about one or two operations of yours on the Dhruv, which were really hair-raising, frightening, difficult, challenging? Could you tell us one or two of them, examples?
Every day is a new challenge. We are serving in the valley. There are sectors like Uri, Niru Gurez, Machal, Nagam, which are all at, line of control. So we fly there and we can see the enemy post every day, and we are evacuating people from those forward areas. It is an exception in itself. Hill flying is completely different from flying in planes. So it is wonderful experience each and every day.
Could you tell us the challenges of hill flying?
The power margin is very less as you gain the altitude. I may get into technical terms. So combustion requires fuel air mixture.
Right.
So the air gets rarer and the engine capability reduces. So the load which you can carry and the way you have to make an approach, you have to come very shallow. And if you come shallow and there are hills all around. So these are the difficulties in flying.
One of the best parts of the design of the Dhruv is that it is designed from the onset to be able to fly at very high altitudes. So that works in Indian conditions quite well.
Absolutely. It is operating in Leh, it is operating in the glacier. It can go up to 6.5 kilometers of altitude. It is a wonderful machine.
Your missions are often life and death for people on the ground, whether it's casualty evacuation or inserting troops or any number of humanitarian assistance. That speed, accuracy, precision, courage, operating sometimes under difficult weather conditions is the difference between life and death. Do you actually have time to think about this?
See, we have to be battle ready 24/7. There is no time. Whenever you get a call, you have to be airborne within 5 minutes. So you have to be prepared already. There's no time for preparation, which will be given to you. You need to remember the whole valley, each and every sectors, every river at the back of your mind. So you have to prepare beforehand. There's no time in the cockpit for thinking and doing. You have to be ahead of the aircraft. You have to be ahead of the mission.
That's absolutely fantastic. Major, it's just wonderful to speak to you, and it's great to see you in the role that you're in, and I'm certain you'll do really well as you go and rise in your career. Thank you very much for speaking to us today.
Thank you so much, sir.
Another very special guest, Captain Shiva Chohan, is an engineer. She is deployed at the Kumar post at an altitude of more than 15,000 feet in the Siachen Glacier. She joins us now from Siachen. Firstly, it's amazing to see that we've actually got a link up between you way up where you are and me here in my studio. Just a few years back that wouldn't have been possible, but it just shows that the technology has improved a great deal. For the benefit of our viewers, Captain, what are the conditions, right, that you sometimes face where you are deployed?
The challenges which we faced here was mostly the cold climatic conditions, sir. The sub-zero temperatures, the ocean mast, moraines, the mountain heights, sir, the isolation at glacier, sir. And to be mentally tough here, sir.
And what are the temperatures like in winter, again for the benefit of our viewers?
Sir, the minimum which I have known, sir, it is -5. It goes till -60 also, sir.
And the physical strength and stamina and determination that is required to train here or work over here is something else. Could you tell us about your preparation to be able to be deployed where you are?
So we all have been given adequate training in our pre-commissioning academies and pre-course training, sir, by various training institutions. Sir, we have been trained adequately in our pre-commissioning academies and pre-course training by various training institutions, where the employers to effectively get deployed in all these sorts of operational roles and difficult terrain, sir. So moreover, after the commissioning, sir, it was the support of my Fire and Fury Corps, my Siachen Brigade, and the faith and the support of my Surasu Engineer Regiment.
Can you tell us a little bit about the team spirit that keeps you going?
Sir, before getting inducted to this terrain, sir, the team spirit, like I have been trained by the Siachen Battle School, sir. The male counterparts, they were very welcoming and supportive towards me, sir. They were having a good team spirit. I never felt that I would be left out while training amongst 150 other male genders with me. So it was really good, sir, on behalf of them to support me and give the positive attitude towards me.
What is the function that you perform in the Siachen Glacier, broadly speaking?
Sir, I am an engineer officer, sir. So I am here moreover for all the engineering roles and the tasks.
How challenging does it sometimes get to become to work as an engineer in the Siachen Glacier, given the extreme conditions?
Sir, being the engineer officer or the engineer troop, sir, we have to move from places to places for all the engineering tasks which are required in this location, sir. And facing those high speed winds and severe climatic conditions, sir. So regarding its preparation, sir, we make sure that after coming back for our accommodation, to our tents, to do proper hand and parade to keep our hands and it's healthy, sir. And drink lots and lots of water so that we might not be dehydrated.
What is your message, Captain, for young women who are thinking about joining the Indian Army?
Sir, the women are getting equal opportunity nowadays, equal to the male counterparts, I would say. They are also deployed in all the terrains where male counterparts are. But for the women who are aspiring to join the army, sir, they should make up with their mind and understand that what are the needs to be in the army, sir. Because the requirements of army is something different, sir. They have to be both physically and mentally robust, which is not in case as the jobs in civil, sir. It is the way of life which they have to accept it. And they will get totally different environment where they have to move from one place to another because that is what the job demands, sir. That is what our nature of job is. So they have to be mentally tough to be prepared for such situations.
One final question. Would you have done anything else apart from being in the army? Or was it army 100% for you?
No, sir. Sir, it was army 100% for me, sir.
All right, Captain. Thank you so much for defending India and for joining us on this program. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, sir. Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind. Captain Diksha, who joins us, she's a special forces officer, she's a medical officer, and she works with some of the most skilled soldiers, not just in India, but anywhere in the world. Captain, you are a medical officer, you are part of combat teams if required. What is this essential role that you perform?
I am a medical officer, a combat medic. So along with the duties of a medical officer, I am also assigned the administrative duties and training activities by my commanding officer. So coming to the medical part, I will be taking care of our men, our whole team, and I will be going on a medical cover to the exercises. I will take care of the health and hygiene of our unit. And recently I also took part in a combat free fall. In operational situations, sometimes when you are unable to evacuate a casualty from the operational site, you will need to send a doctor to that area. So I was instrumental in that.
Captain, you have to deal with incredible pressure. If you are called upon to help injured soldiers under fire, you have to get in there. You carry not just your medical equipment, you carry your Tavor automatic rifle as well. So not only do you save lives, you also have to be ready to fight, right?
Yes, we have been trained for all these. So during our probation, we'll have to undergo 40-kilometer run with 18 kg backpack, 50 meters swimming, slithering, BPT, PPT, battle obstacle course. So we have been physically trained and also will be undergoing a stress test. So we'll be mentally tested, professional capabilities, and then only we are selected. So there is no gender biases. There are some standards, and whoever crosses those standards, they will be selected.
How is everything based on operating as a team, as a family, where, everyone's life is in the hands of your buddy or members of your team?
Yes. Indian Army is all about teamwork. Here we can't be selfish. We have to be selfless. We have to take care of the other person and the other person has to take care of me. And if one person is injured, then my team will somehow be injured. It is all uh, interlinked, and we have to work in buddy pair. We have to be disciplined, and we have to be as a work as a team.
All right. And Captain, your family must be incredibly
This
proud of
unit
you.
is more than my family.
Okay.
This unit has become more than my family.
Well, that's absolutely incredible. The unit has become more than your family. Well, Captain, I wish you all the very best. You are with some of the finest soldiers anywhere in the world, and what a role that you play as a doctor within that. Thanks very much for being with us. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.
Well, joining us now, Major Ruchi. She's the commander of the female engagement team in the Democratic Republic of Congo. For several years, India has had a very active presence in the Congo. She's wearing a blue beret because she's maintaining the peace over there under the United Nations. Thanks very much, Major, for joining us. You are the commander of the female engagement team in Congo. What is your role there?
Thank you. Firstly, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to express myself. Here I am posted as the officer commanding of the female engagement team, which is a very significant role. I am employed here along with an infantry battalion, and my functioning is in a more I would say, a supportive role with them. And if you ask in particular my role is definitely engaging with the local population. In particular, when we talk about the women and children, I'm supposed to engage with them. I'm supposed to gather information from them. I'm supposed to instill the faith, gain their confidence in the peacekeeping mission. And MONUSCO in particular, when we talk about, I'm supposed to know about their problems. I'm supposed to know about the challenges that they are facing, any threat any threat that they're facing. And like in my capability, like whatever I can do to assist them, I try doing that.
And Major, did you always want to be an officer in the Indian Army?
Yes, definitely. I always desired to serve the country. It could have been in various ways. I'm not just saying, but yes, my inclination was towards uniform services. And predominantly, so far, olive green is concerned, I was more influenced by my father and many of my school alumni who are still members of this organization, or they are veterans, and definitely a few of them are martyrs also. So they have greatly influenced. And the biggest influencer, I would say, is my father. And he had overpowered all his limitations to allow me to lead a life which is so full of pride and respect. And we shared this dream collectively, and I'm really happy that I'm here today.
With the new rules now, there are many more opportunities for women in the army to rise up the ranks, new opportunities, new leadership roles. What does that feel like for you?
It's again, it shows that army is also becoming progressive, just like other organizations. And definitely, as a women officer, though it is a very big thing to say that yes, we have been given these opportunities, and all the male bastions, they have been broken to give us some way and to prove our mettle. But then with this comes our own set of challenges that we need to meet, and definitely we are adequately trained, and we need to be furthermore physically and mentally robust to meet the standards that the organization has set. And we should not be expecting the organization to compromise for us. Just the physical standards are concerned, yes, definitely I agree to it. We have a biological difference, and there are already set standards in place which have been there at the time of our training days, and we will be fulfilling those standards. No way those standards can be mellowed down. And I'm sure that the new opportunities that we are gaining, the young ones, the younger generation, likewise the girls, the pioneer batches which have joined NDA. So I'm sure it is a golden opportunity for them to pursue their career in armed forces, and there are many more passionate girls who are awaiting this as to join this force as you can say to choose it as their career. So it is a good opportunity for them. And unlike earlier when it was just a short service commission, now with many more opportunities like permanent commission, a commanding role, and definitely an entry into various other arms and services. So definitely the role has expanded, and I'm sure it will be expanding further. We just need to have some patience, and it's a good profession, and anybody joining it has to be really mentally and physically robust to join. It is not that easy as we think that, okay, yes, definitely the charm of the uniform is there, but then it has its own challenges, and we should be tough enough to face everything before
All
we
right,
join.
Major, lovely speaking to you. Keep up the good work and thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you so much.
Well, joining us now, Major Bhavna Syal. She's a signals officer of the Army. She joins us from Eastern Ladakh. Thanks very much, Major, for being with us. Major, it gets incredibly cold over there, particularly in winter. How difficult is it as a signals officer to be operating your equipment at those temperatures?
So, sir, I'm currently posted in East Ladakh, where the temperature is quite severe. The terrain is quite harsh. However, with proper acclimatization, proper physical fitness of the troops, and ensuring we foresee the administrative requirements, and we make arrangements for that during fair weather conditions. We are able to tackle nearly all the challenges which we face here.
And Major, signals is of course a lifeline for the Indian Army. Communication is so important, particularly in the context of modern warfare. What exactly is your role as a signals officer?
As a signal officer, my role is to provide operationally strategic communication to the forwardmost troop in the vicinity of LAC.
And that's so important because it ensures, it enables, operations of so many soldiers across the LAC, right?
Yes, because Corps of Signals is also known as the backbone of Indian Army.
And Major, you were telling me that you're what, third generation Indian Army. So you always knew that you had to be in uniform, right?
Yes, sir. So my father he's a retired RT officer. Both my grandparents were also in the army. So ever since I was a kid, I used to look at my father's olive green uniform and the brass on his shoulder. And I knew exactly at that time that I have to join the armed forces. And personally, I could not think of any better career that lets you serve the nation with so much of pride and honor.
Could you tell us a little bit about what your unit means to you?
My unit is my family. If I'm away, in fact, when I'm at home, there's sometimes that I feel, they say homesick, I feel unit sick. Because I miss my family a lot. I miss my troops, and it's like a family when we are in a unit.
And Major, could you tell us a little bit more about the extreme weather conditions that you operate in? Because we've got people from across the country watching, and sometimes they just don't understand how difficult it is to be operating in the places that you are.
So there are three stages here. I am presently at 11,500 feet. Then comes the second stage, which is at 14,500 feet. And then the third stage is above 14,500 feet. So we are taught everything from terrain to weather during our training time. How to operate in these severe conditions, we are taught that during our training time. And we have SOPs, that is standard operating procedures given to us. They're like basic guidelines. We just have to follow that, and we really don't feel those challenges which other people generally may be thinking because of the harsh weather conditions. They may be thinking that it is cold and how do these people survive. So there is nothing unique or about the location or appointment which our SOPs don't cover.
What is your message to young girls out there who think about wanting a career in the Army, Air Force, Navy? What is your message to them?
I don't have a message, I have a question for them. Do you have it in you? Because armed forces is not only about opportunities, it is also about challenges. So if you think you have it in you, then you take that plunge. and if I can do it, so can they.
All right. Well, Major, thank you so much for speaking to us. It's great to have young officers like you in the Indian Army. And it's important that we think about the role that all of you play ahead of Women's Day. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.